Happy Emancipation, Jamaica. On this day, we celebrate the abolition of slavery. And what a day to be talking about the women's 100 meters, given what has happened in the last 24 hours. But it is what it is, guys. We're celebrating our emancipation. And this particular video doesn't really look so hot for us when it comes to the women's 100, but we're going to get into things anyway, right? So, as y'all know, in the last 24 hours, news broke that one Sherica Jackson that represents Team Jamaica, I believe the front runner for us as well in the sprint events, has withdrawn from the women's 100 meters, sending shockwaves to Jamaica and a ripple effect across the internet. Like, what is going to happen now with Team Jamaica, given the fact that there is no more Sherica Jackson? Well, let's get into the women's 100-meter preview. Right now, for me personally, I'm just going to jump straight into the finals. The athletes that I expect to make the finals. Now, at this particular point, I do believe that it's 9 lanes that are filled in the finals. And what I typically do is I leave one lane open because I believe that there's always a surprise, not necessarily an unknown, but an athlete that, does, awesome and makes it into the finals, one that you probably you weren't counting, prior to that. So with that being said, track is I always leave one lane open. And given the fact that it's a 9-lane track, I'm going to get into the 9 athletes that I believe or no, the 8 athletes, sorry, that I believe will make it into the women's 100-meter finals, as well as, that additional one that will come at some particular point. So I do believe Jamaicans make it in, Shelly and Fraser Price and Tia Clayton. I do believe that those athletes will make it in. And I'm now looking at it and thinking that 3 Americans make it in as well. I do believe that Sha'carri Richardson makes it in. I do believe that Melissa Jefferson makes it in. And I also believe that Tonisha Turry makes it in as well. Now, it's kind of interesting because I'm looking at the British athletes. For now, I have one selected, Dina Asher-Smith, but I believe that Daryl Neat is also an outshot shot of making it into the finals as well. Given the fact that I'm looking at Amari Jose Talu and she's not looking the strongest, and I have her making the finals, but she could be trumped in by a Daryl Nita. And also Julien Alfred from St. Lucia, I have make it into the final. So those are my 8 athletes. To give you a rundown again, I have Twanisha Tuari, Sha'carri Richardson, and also Melissa Jefferson. That's 3 from America, 2 from Jamaica, and that's Shelly and Fraser Price and Tia Clayton, and also from St. Lucia, Julian Alfred. Then I'm going to go Dina Asher-Smith and Mary Jose Talu. So those are my 8. Remember, I believe 9 lanes are what are now filled in the finals. So those are my 8 athletes that will make it in. And, from these 8, 3 medals will be doled out, given, there are no ties, right? So how will these 3 medals be doled out? Y'all know I did say originally I had Sherica Jackson for the win, Sha'carri Richardson second. Well, I don't think I said my other medals, other than the Jamaicans, but I had Sherica Jackson for the win, Sha'carri Richardson second, and I was given bronze, split down the middle between Shelly and Fraser Price and Tia Clayton. But now there's no more Sherica Jackson. So right now, track is, given the performances that have been done so far this season, Sha'carri Richardson has already clocked a 10.71 seconds so far this season, to be one of only 2 athletes, I believe, that has dipped below that 10.80 second marker. Also dipping below 10.80 is Julian Alfred with her 10.78. So those are the only 2 athletes. But we all know her personal best. Her personal best is a 10.65. She did that at the championships last year to walk away with a gold medal at the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary. So in light of her stellar performances last year and also this year going into the Olympic Games, coming off a 10.71 at the USA Championships, I'm expecting her to be faster. I'm definitely expecting her to be faster heading into the Olympic Games. And the faster may not be able to be topped by any other athlete at this particular point, unfortunately, based on what I am seeing right now. So it's looking like a Sha'carri Richardson gold. Though I am hoping that a Jamaican will surprise at this particular point, right? But that being said, definitely I'm thinking right now Sha'carri looks like she has a clear path to gold right now. Given, as I said, that Tia is just really getting into things, I believe that a Tia Clayton can run at 10.7, but I believe that the win will be a 10.6 something, right? So I don't think a 10.7 will be enough for a win, though I'm hearing, surprising talks based on, what Tia may deliver. So if that actually happens, then maybe she'll definitely challenge, you know what I mean? And then, of course, there's the thought about the pressure of the Olympic Games and athletes not necessarily running so fast. That's also true, right? So if the performances are not that fast as I'm expecting, then maybe we could definitely see a Tia Clayton figure into pole position. But as things stand right now, I'm definitely looking solely at Sha'carri Richardson for that gold medal. Then that leaves everybody else, right? As far as I'm concerned, given what I've seen a Julian Alfred run a 10.78. I've seen a Tia Clayton as well run a 10.86, and the expectation was from trials that she should have gone 10.7. Was slightly injured back then, or was carrying some kind of setback at the national championships. So in light of everything that I see happening right now, I think I'm going to put Julian Alfred and also Tia Clayton literally on the same level right now. I believe also I want to throw in Melissa Jefferson as well. I think I want to throw in a Melissa Jefferson potentially to be, in and around the same spot as Julian will be, as Tia Clayton will be, and also, right, those three will be on the same spot. Now, there's also Shelly Fraser Price that has a personal best of 10.60 seconds. Right now, I do believe that she looks much better than she did last season. Last year, she went away with, guess what? A bronze medal. After coming off not such a great season, she still walked away with a bronze medal, clocking a 10.77 seconds. So, in light of what I saw last year, and she still ran 10.77, and what I saw in recent training videos with Shelly and Fraser Price, I believe that we're either going to get a high 10.6 from Shelly and Fraser Price, or a low 10.7. Given that track is, I believe that Shelly and Fraser Price sets herself up squarely to challenge for gold. Though I am thinking that, as I said, I am thinking that Sha'carri Richards is slightly ahead. You know what I mean? But Shelly and Fraser Price definitely will be there for the challenge. I believe she has the wealth of experience as well to do so. But right now, I'm going to say Shelly and Fraser Price looks secure in my mind for possibly the silver medal. Now, as I said, when it comes to the bronze medal, I'm looking at a few athletes. I'm looking at Julian Alfred. I am looking at Tia Clayton, and I am looking at Melissa Jefferson. And I probably will throw in a Dina, right? Dina on the lower tier, though. I don't believe that she'll be as good as a Julian, right? Or a Melissa Jefferson based on what I've been seeing in recent times. So who am I giving that bronze medal? Of course, I'm going to be slightly biased and give it to a Jamaican, right? I am going to be slightly biased and say Tia Clayton. If it wasn't a Jamaican, I wouldn't be saying that clearly, guys. So I'm going to be slightly biased. I believe that Tia Clayton will definitely come with a 10.7, probably mid. And I think that will be enough for a bronze medal, try right at this particular point. But it's not going to be easy, guys. So though you hear me saying, hey, Tia Clayton, I am, acknowledging the fact that there is a Julian Alfred there. She's going after a medal. She's already gone 10.7s. So we're talking about athletes that may run 10.7s or should have run 10.7s. The reality is that they haven't gone there yet, but a Julian Alfred has, right? So for me, Julian Alfred is definitely in pole position for that bronze over anybody else. But I am going to be slightly biased and put Tia Clayton there. But if she doesn't make it, definitely I think Julian Alfred will be the one that's on the podium. So my bias podium is Sha'carri, Shelly, Tia. My more reasonable podium would be Sha'carri, Shelly, and also Julian Alfred, right? So those are my thoughts when it comes to the women's 100 meters. I believe those are the athletes, given if they execute their best, should be on the podium. Now it's time for you all to tell me who you think will be on the podium for the women's 100 meters. So much has changed in 24 hours. There's no more Sherica Jackson, right? It's looking like it's a clear path to goal for Sha'carri Richardson. Do you think that Jamaica can do anything at all to stop her, or anybody else? A Julian Alfred, maybe. Can they stop a Sha'carri? Do you think America will sweep? I see a lot of people saying 1, 2, 3 for America. They're calling clearly Sha'carri, Melissa Jefferson, and Tonisha Twerry. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.